Love is a big word. For young people today, its meaning can seem confusing. So many things are different now. The world moves very fast. Technology connects us in new ways, but it also changes how we meet and relate. Old paths to romance are not always clear anymore. We wonder if love's old magic is fading. Is its bright spark growing dimmer for them? This is an important question for us all to consider. Many new ideas about relationships exist all around. Young people hear many different voices. Friends might tell them one thing. The internet shows them something else entirely. Movies and music paint vivid pictures of love. Sometimes these pictures are not very real. They can create confusing expectations about romance. It can be hard for youth to know what is true, or what truly matters for a happy, contented heart. They search for guidance in a noisy world. We see certain trends that make us think deeply. How do young people find their partners today? How do they show that they care, or if they care at all? Some new ways of connecting seem to push real feelings away. They might focus more on quick fun or fleeting excitement, or they might prioritize looking good to others online. This can make deep, committed love feel less important. It can make lasting love seem like an old fairy tale, a story not meant for their modern lives. This essay will look closely at some of these trends. We will explore the idea of selective sex partners. We will discuss seductive sex pranks and their impact. Masturbation and the use of sexual tricks are also part of this picture. How do these behaviors and mindsets affect young hearts? How do they shape their understanding of intimacy? And what can we do to help them find true, lasting connections? Let's try to understand this new landscape of love together. Young people today often choose their partners very carefully. This is sometimes called being selective in their sexual choices. They might have a very long list of desired qualities. He must be tall and have a certain job. She must like this specific music or have that hobby. They want someone who perfectly fits an ideal image. This can sometimes feel like shopping for a person. Is this careful choosing helpful for finding lasting love? Or does it inadvertently make genuine connection much harder to find? It may limit the chances for spontaneous bonds to form. Sometimes this extensive list is not about a real human being. It is more about a dream, a carefully constructed fantasy. A fantasy of the perfect match who ticks every single box. This intense focus can stop young people from seeing the good in someone real, standing right in front of them, someone who is not perfect, but could be truly wonderful. Love often grows in the most surprising and unexpected places. Not always where we meticulously plan for it to appear. True connection requires an openness to the beautifully unexpected. It asks us to look beyond our preconceived notions. Then there are the so-called seductive sex pranks. These actions are generally not kind or considerate. They are tricks that use the idea of romance or desire. Someone might pretend to like another person romantically. They do this as a joke, perhaps to amuse their friends. Or sometimes they do it with the intention to be mean. Often these pranks happen in the digital world, online. They can make people feel foolish, hurt, or deeply sad. They can break trust very quickly and cause lasting pain. When desire is used as a component in a game, what happens? What becomes of real, vulnerable feelings in such an environment? Trust is like a delicate piece of glass, easily broken. Pranks of this nature can shatter it in an instant. It becomes very hard to know who is being honest. It becomes difficult to believe in sincere affection from others. If love feels like it might just be another trick, who wants to play? Real love needs a foundation of safety and unwavering honesty. Only then can it grow strong and flourish meaningfully. Masturbation is a private act of self-pleasure. Many people, both young and old, engage in this activity. It is a natural way to learn about your own body. It can be a healthy part of exploring one's sexuality. There is nothing inherently wrong or shameful about it. It allows for personal discovery and understanding. It can be a quiet space for exploring one's own desires. It can also be a way to release tension. This solitary exploration has its place in development. It is a part of human experience for many. But what happens if this private pleasure becomes the main focus? What if it feels consistently easier or safer than connecting with another person? Sometimes this can make shared intimacy seem more difficult, or perhaps it might feel less necessary for personal satisfaction. Human connection, however, is also about giving and receiving. It is about the courage of vulnerability with someone else. This delicate balance between self and other is very important. It is crucial for developing fulfilling and rounded relationships. We need both autonomy and connection to thrive. Sexual tricks are another common feature of modern sexuality. Young people often learn these techniques from the internet, or they might see them portrayed in movies or in pornography. These are often specific actions or sequences of actions. They are primarily meant to create intense excitement, or they are used to make someone seem very skilled in sex. The focus can be very much on the performance aspect, like putting on an impressive show for the other person. The goal becomes to elicit a particular reaction. But is love truly just a well-rehearsed performance? Is intimacy only about executing good tricks effectively? These things can easily miss the very heart of connection. Real intimacy is about knowing someone on a deeper level. It is about sharing genuine feelings, not just physical bodies. If sex is reduced to only a set of calculated tricks, it can feel empty. It might not build the lasting, meaningful bond. The kind of bond that many people truly want and search for. Authenticity often gets lost when performance takes center stage. So how can we help young people find real love? The kind of love that lasts, feels true, and enriches their lives. It often starts with simple talking and genuine listening. We need to encourage open and honest conversations about feelings. Not just about the physical aspects of sex, but about hopes and fears too. Honesty is the very first step towards building anything meaningful. It builds a strong bridge between two individual hearts. It creates a space where trust can begin to grow. This foundation is essential for any healthy relationship. We must teach and model the profound value of empathy. This means actively trying to understand how other people feel, to see the world for a moment from their unique side. When young people learn and practice empathy, they treat others better. They begin to see them as whole people with complex feelings that are just like their own, valid and important, not just as someone to use for temporary fun or validation, or someone to impress with superficial tricks or manipulative games. Empathy is the bedrock of compassionate relating. It is also very good to encourage quality time together without screens. Real life happens in the moments away from the phone or computer. Shared experiences in the physical world build real, tangible bonds. A simple walk in the park, playing a board game together, or even just cooking a meal side by side can be powerful. These simple, everyday things create lasting shared memories. They allow for those quiet, unscripted moments. Moments where genuine connection can naturally grow and deepen. Being truly present is a powerful gift in any relationship. Finally, we can show that love is much more than a fleeting feeling. It is also a conscious choice we make every single day. It is about commitment, understanding, and consistent effort. It's about caring for another person through good times and bad. The spark of love, that vital energy, is not truly lost, but it needs good, nurturing soil to grow strong in. We can help create that fertile soil for the youth of today by guiding them towards authenticity, empathy, and real presence. Love's value endures when we actively cultivate it.